everybody. In this first video screencast of Berlin Woodwinds Revive, we'll take a look at the concepts and capabilities of this collection. We'll explore the technical aspects of the library and listen to a lot of little MIDI mockups, which illustrate some of the musical possibilities that come with it. Additional videos will cover traditional walkthroughs with every instrument played on its own. When Orchestral Tools produced the first version of Berlin Woodwinds in 2012, they didn't imagine it to become the nucleus of one of the biggest orchestral sampling collections of all times. The idea and concept of the Berlin series wasn't born until the release of Berlin Strings Main over 1 year later. Together with the capsule technology, that release defined the standards for the Berlin series, which include adaptive legato, attack control, articulation consistency, and a standardized microphone setup. With Berlin Woodwinds Revive, the benchmark for orchestral woodwind samples is now fully lifted to those standards. Berlin Woodwinds Revive consists of the best instruments from the original Berlin Woodwinds, which were edited and programmed from scratch, and combines them with totally new recorded instruments. It even brings a totally new alto flute into the lineup. So with Berlin Woodwinds Revive, you get Flute 1, 2, and 3 with Piccolo and alto flute, 2 oboes, English horn, 2 clarinets, and 2 bassoons recorded in their standard seating position on the Teldex scoring stage. By the way, if you still want to use the original Berlin Woodwinds Legacy patches, they'll be provided with Berlin Woodwinds Revive as well. Now, let's start exploring this new collection. The adaptive legato patches are just like in Berlin Strings and Berlin Brass, very powerful and flexible. On the new recorded instruments, you get different attacks for sustains triggered by velocity, both with and without vibrato, which can be switched via MIDI controller. With that approach, we not only have different attacks at vibrato levels, but up to 6 different sustained samples per dynamic layer as well, which makes for quite some variety to play with. We also have 2 different legato transition sets at our disposal. If you play slowly to medium fast, you'll get the slurred legato transitions, and when you get really fast, the adaptive legato technology will morph into the fast runs transitions, which, by the way, were recorded up to the 4th. So you can not only play fast, semi, and whole tone runs, but arpeggios and more exotic scales as well. If you use the multi-patches, you can even extend the possibilities of the adaptive legato. Here, you can activate legato transitions for all kinds of articulations, not just sustains. Especially when combined with the different portato and marcato articulations, you can achieve a whole new level of programming specific phrasings. The separation of portato and marcato shorts is another new feature of Berlin Woodwinds Revive. Short notes are not only different in terms of length, they can also have quite different articulations. For a more breathing or bell-like attack, you can use the portato shorts, and for a more sharp and pointy attack with a different decay, you can implement the marcato shorts. We also have staccato and staccatissimo for all the instruments. They work especially well when combined with the marcato shorts. In that short demo, you also heard the repetition articulations. Those are tempo synced and provide realistic fast note repetitions. Another set of important articulations for idiomatic woodwind writing are trills. Like in Berlin Woodwinds Legacy, we not only recorded sustained half and whole note trills, we have short forzato trills as well as single trill ornaments. Additionally, most of the instruments have their sustained trills recorded up to the fourth interval. We also have measured trills up to the major fifth, which are recorded in different speeds and played in sync to your project tempo. With them, you can create those beautiful shimmering woodwind chord trills. Berlin Woodwinds Revive unleashes its true power if you combine those different articulations and concepts and also the multiple instruments per family which you have available. Besides the articulations, Berlin Woodwinds Revive has another powerful tool available for you: microphone positions. Just to give you an impression on the contrast of sound you can achieve, listen to the piece played before just with the surround mics. And now, just with one of the close mic sets. With the AB, tree, and ORTF mic sets, you get everything in between and also a different close mic setup for an alternative color. All of those can be mixed together to your preference. Let's listen to some examples. Those simple combinations show how powerful the microphone mixer is, not only to reproduce a real recording setup, but also to customize and even change the perceived positioning and room impression. Another example for that will be our final demo in this video. We'll listen to a classical wind quintet setting. So we borrow a horn from Berlin Brass for this and change some settings on the microphone mixer, and our little chamber group is ready to go. That last example, just like any other musical demonstration you heard in this video, is completely unprocessed and without artificial reverb. Thank you very much for watching this overview video of Berlin Woodwinds Revive. Make sure to check out the other videos for detailed walkthroughs of instruments and patches.